OutDaughtered. The Busbys slay Halloween. OutDaughtered stars Adam Busby and his wife Danielle Busby took Halloween to the max this year. Not only did they decorate their house to look amazing, they also did their whole family up in makeup that likely took hours to do. OutDaughtered. Adam Busby and Danielle Busby go wild with Halloween. Adam Busby from OutDaughtered has been the one that goes a little overboard on Halloween. He continues to scare the girls every Halloween, but this year, Danielle Busby was on board. Not only was she okay with scaring the girls, but she and the whole family did some amazing paint for their costumes. OutDaughtered fans couldn't get enough of the girls. One viewer said that Parker Busby won the whole thing with her cute shoes. Other people weren't as happy with the costume, saying this was a cultural faux pas, not a Halloween costume. The fan was referring to the sugar skull makeup the family was wearing, which is representative of the Day of the Dead Dia de los Muertos celebrations. Whatever the case, most people said they loved the way the family looked. Viewers of OutDaughtered said they had no idea how everyone had so much patience. It likely took hours to get the costumes and the paint just right. They didn't all match for Halloween last year, so fans think this might be a new tradition for the TLC family. TLC stars avoiding haunted houses. Last season, Adam Busby wanted to take the kids into one of the terrifying haunted houses. Soap Dirt remembers that all of the girls shied away, and Danielle Busby put her foot down. She didn't want the kids to feel too terrified. Even though she is okay scaring the girls this year, she said she still isn't okay with some haunted houses. On OutDaughtered, they made their own haunted houses. Somehow the girls got into the big kids' haunted house but didn't look afraid at all. Some people think this might have been the reason Riley Busby started having nightmares. She had her own room but kept coming out of it and wanted to be with her sisters. Finally, her parents and big sister Blake Busby got her to stay in her room, but it was a lot of work. OutDaughtered. A family experience. Adam Busby and Danielle Busby said their kids are growing up so quickly. While they like that they don't feel scared of everything anymore, it is a sign they are getting older. OutDaughtered watchers said they remember when Adam scared them at the Halloween shop as babies. Danielle hated when he would come around in the terrifying masks and make them cry. He thought it was hilarious, but no one else got a kick out of it. Now they know what their dad is up to and they stay on the lookout in case he tries something. Even though they got scared a lot on OutDaughtered, they had a good time and slayed Halloween. OutDaughtered stars Danielle and Adam Busby on what keeps their marriage strong after 15 years. Communication is probably the biggest key, and learning to adjust what's not working, the mother of 6 tells People. After nearly 15 years of marriage and 6 kids, Danielle and Adam Busby have learned the importance of prioritizing their relationship above everything else. This July, the OutDaughtered stars who share 9-year-old daughter Blake and 5-year-old Quintuplets Ava, Olivia, Riley, Parker, and Hazel will celebrate their 15-year wedding anniversary. And to this day, the couple still recognizes the value of going on weekly date nights. Our house is just an extremely high-stress environment, Adam, 38, tells People. There's always something going on. And we learned very early on that you kind of lose sight of each other in the shuffle. You may be getting to Wednesday and feel like you barely so much as said hi to each other, just because you're trying to sort everything out with the kids and get them up, fed, bathed, he continues. We realized you have to schedule time for yourselves. And honestly, it took putting date nights on the schedule. So every week we get out of the house and get away and just focus on us. That's our time to talk and stuff like that. For the parents of 6, finding a babysitter and getting out of their house in Houston to focus on one another has been crucial in helping them feel connected. We can have a glass of wine and sit outside or whatever, but we really find the most reconnecting time when we can step away from all the distractions at home, says Danielle, 37. And so get a babysitter, those things we have to do. We've told ourselves, it's okay, we need a babysitter, she explains. We have to have someone come in and help so that we can say, hey, what's up, I'm your wife. Just finding time, communication, and making an effort to do it is what we have learned more than anything. Want to get the biggest stories from People every weekday? Subscribe to our new podcast, People Every Day, to get the essential celebrity, entertainment, and human interest news stories Monday through Friday. She adds that making that time and that effort, and making sure it stays a priority, is what we've learned has to happen. And we have adjusted, she says. How do we date each other? What do we do to enjoy our company? And what's the most valued time together? And I think for the past probably 3 years, we discovered it has to be away from the house. The couple's love story began in 2003 when they met while both working at Target. After 2.5 years of dating, Adam proposed on Christmas Eve, and he and Danielle were married 6 months later. Man, we were so young. Danielle wrote on their family blog about when they said, "I do." On April 5th, 2011, they welcomed firstborn daughter Blake, and almost exactly 4 years later, the family expanded by 5 when Adam and Danielle's Quints arrived on April 8th, 2015 at just 28 weeks. Though the two have been parents for nearly a decade, one thing has not changed. Their relationship with one another comes first. "We've gotten great advice from mentors," Adam tells People. "Obviously, mine and her relationship is the most important relationship in the house. And so if that's not doing well, everything in the house suffers. And we can see it whenever we get in an argument or you just don't feel connected. With stress and everything going on, the kids see it and the kids feel it," he adds. "And it seems like the house just kind of starts spiraling out of control. So that's just the most important relationship in the house, ours. And we focus on that, and they're happier for it." With a house full of young, growing girls, all with varying personalities and opinions, there's lots of chatter in the Busby home. And for Danielle, maintaining a healthy line of communication with Adam is the most important ingredient of their strong and happy marriage. "Communication is probably the biggest key, and learning to adjust what's not working," she says. "We enjoy doing stuff together and going on dates, but it can get overshadowed really quickly." OutDaughtered airs Tuesdays 8 p.m. Eaton TLC and can also be streamed on Discovery. OutDaughtered, star Danielle Busby opens up about her mystery illness and extreme symptoms. "We've outweighed a lot of things and have had struggles with some things but still no answers," Danielle Busby tells People. As Danielle Busby continues to seek answers regarding her mysterious health struggles, the OutDaughtered star is trying to be as patient as she can. "What I'm learning is that it's an uphill journey of trying to discover some type of possible autoimmune disease," the mom of 6 tells People ahead of OutDaughtered's return to TLC. On Tuesday. "So it's not something that's easily identified. My symptoms are so random and so extreme on certain days and a little bit more calm or relaxed on other days. I've definitely been on a journey of trying to figure out what's going on and what's wrong and seen multiple doctors. At this point, we've outweighed a lot of things and have had struggles with some things but still no answers," continues Danielle, 37. The TLC star says she and her husband, Adam Busby, are trying to be as patient as we can and lower our stress levels. Danielle and Adam, who share 9-year-old daughter Blake and 5-year-old quintuplets Ava, Olivia, Riley, Parker, and Hazel, have chronicled their lives on OutDaughtered since 2016. They first opened up about Danielle's health struggles when she was admitted to the emergency room last November. Doctors ran tests looking into some alarming sensations in her arms and legs, Adam wrote on Instagram at the time. More than a month later, Danielle shared a health update with her followers explaining that she had been seeing multiple doctors, including a cardiologist and rheumatologist, in hopes of figuring out what was going on, according to screenshots of her Instagram story captured by In Touch. In early January, Danielle was once again hospitalized as she underwent an invasive test in the search of answers, Adam announced on Instagram. While Danielle was pretty certain she would need to undergo surgery at the time, she revealed days later on Instagram that her prayer was answered and no surgery was needed. "Reflecting on the past few months, we've had scary moments for sure," Danielle tells People. "Some that have scared the crap out of me, honestly. This would check the box, and you're good with this and cleared from this, but move on to the next. And so it's just an unforeseen future of what is next," she continues. "How do we get to the answer? So just trying to have patience, I guess, through all that." Want to get the biggest stories from People every weekday? Subscribe to our new podcast, People Every Day, to get the essential celebrity, entertainment, and human interest news stories Monday through Friday. Although the couple remains hopeful, The process has been trying. Despite the amount of testing his wife has undergone, Adam says they aren't any closer to a concrete diagnosis. It seems like every new test and every new doctor that she goes to, it's like checking boxes and checking things off the list. But it just leads to another test, and you kind of rule something out, but we're not necessarily any closer to a for-sure diagnosis yet, he says. On the upcoming season of OutDaughtered, audiences will see the Quints enter kindergarten, which has afforded Danielle more time to pay attention to her body. They're all in school right now, so I feel like I kind of have a moment where I can actually feel and listen to my body, she says. And for a while I've just been hearing like, something's not right. Something's wrong. I don't feel the same. Though it's hard to put that exact pinpoint on what it is because we can't figure it out. Danielle says that with the kids being in school right now, it's opened up a little window of focusing on me and trying to really help discover like what's going on. For the TLC star, one of the most difficult aspects of her mystery health battle is feeling as though she's letting her loved ones down. I really need that right now to try to put my health as a priority, says Danielle. Because when I'm down, I feel like I'm letting the family down, and that's kind of a hard thing. I am a mom of 6 and a wife, and I love all that. And so if I can't be here, then, to me, it drags me down even more, she admits. And so it's hard when I get to like, the low phase of pain or suffering in certain aspects, because I don't like how it makes me not capable in certain things. While Danielle acknowledges it's a roller coaster right now, she says she's leaning on her faith and family as she seeks answers. I'm trying to navigate how to adjust what we do at home with being a mom and being healthy and doing the things that I need to do, she says. So, it's a journey. OutDaughtered. Danielle Busby denies getting a tummy tuck after welcoming Quintuplets. This question I get a lot. The TLC star said about being asked if she has gone under the knife. During an Instagram Live Q&A on Thursday, the OutDaughtered star answered some questions from her followers, including her addressing whether or not she had a tummy tuck following the birth of her quintuplets in 2015. When an account holder asked if she had gotten the cosmetic procedure, Danielle, 37, denied going under the knife. This question I get a lot, she replied, according to a screenshot captured by In Touch. No, I have not had a tummy tuck. Although the mother of 6 didn't get the surgery, she said she would not think any less of someone else wanting to get one. I know the after-body challenges our body faces after going through pregnancy, so if some other mom chose to have a tummy tuck, by all means, you do you, wrote Danielle. The TLC star shares 6 daughters with husband Adam Busby, 9-year-old Blake and 5-year-old quintuplets Ava, Olivia, Riley, Parker, and Hazel. Earlier this month, Danielle was hospitalized for a mystery illness, which she thankfully did not end up needing surgery for. The Busbys first opened up about her health struggles when she was admitted to the emergency room in November. Thanking fans for their support, she said in an Instagram post on January 7th that she went into my procedure on Monday pretty certain that I would be coming out with having to have a surgery, but my prayer was answered and no surgery is needed. She captioned a photo of herself in a doctor's office. I am thanking you all for the extra prayers because I believe in the power of prayer and I am certain these prayers helped my outcome. Though this was a result, I was praying for no surgery. This doesn't mean this is the end to my current struggles, Danielle added. More tests lead to more doctors, but still no clear answer at the moment of what's going on. She concluded by asking fans to respect her privacy, given the situation. Please understand, I am in the window of uncertainty, and I only feel comfortable sharing as much as this, she said. I will continue to share as more things start to unfold. Adam, 38, also shared a brief update on his wife's journey, writing, Another day, another DR. He captioned a black and white photo snapped at a doctor's office. In July, the couple took a little break to social distance from Texas for a few, amid the coronavirus pandemic, and vacation together at the beach. Sharing a snap of Danielle sitting beside him on a lounge chair at the tropical destination, Adam celebrated 14 years of marriage with his wife. 14 years married to this beauty. We have been here a couple times already, but man, what a time to be away. The resort is fully staffed, but keeping guests to 30 capacity for added safety. We're safe, kids are safe. No, I'm not saying where they are. Anniversary date your spouse. It's a buzzworld. Adam wrote on Instagram. OutDaughtered. the truth behind Uncle Dale Mills and Hazel Grace Busby's relationship. Over the last few decades, TLC has developed a long list of reality shows that focused on large and unique families. For example, the network has made a fortune from shows like 19 Kids and Counting, John and Kate Plus 8, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, Sister Wives, and My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding. Given all of this success that those shows have enjoyed, it makes all the sense in the world that TLC continues to broadcast reality shows that follow that tradition. Of course, just because a reality show focuses on a large family doesn't mean that it is going to be entertaining enough to become a hit. Fortunately for everyone, OutDaughtered features several people that audiences have come to adore, so it has found a dedicated audience. Sadly, over the years, several reality shows have become the subject of controversy once viewers discovered that things weren't as they appeared when they tuned in. With that in mind, it makes sense that some OutDaughtered viewers wonder how real the show is, especially since certain things about the Busbys only came out recently. Worse yet, some fans of the show have even wondered if Dale and Hazel's bond has been faked in some way. Back when OutDaughtered debuted in 2016, it certainly seems like the people in charge of TLC were less than fully confident that it would become a success. After all, its original season was made up of a relatively paltry 4 episodes. Of course, any feelings of reluctance that TLC's power brokers may have had in the past is long gone at this point. For evidence of that, look no further than the fact that to date, 7 seasons of OutDaughtered have aired, and it seems likely the show will return for more down the road. Focused on Adam and Danielle Busby and their family, the couple has been married since 2006 and their eldest daughter was born in 2011. Then, everything changed for the family once Danielle became pregnant with Quintuplets, which she gave birth to in 2015. Since then, OutDaughtered fans have been chomping at the bit to learn everything they can about the Busby family. Unsurprisingly, the Busby family suffered growing pains when they suddenly welcomed 5 new members, and the resulting drama has made for an entertaining reality show. Thankfully for the Busbys, at least being part of reality show has helped them to pay the bills. Even still, the show's fans can practically feel Adam and Danielle's frustration when their kids make a massive mess, and they have no idea which of the quintuplets were most at fault. On the other end of the spectrum, the Busby girls are kind kids, and it can be extremely heartwarming to watch their sweetest moments. If you ask the vast majority of parents that have multiple kids, they will say that they love all of their children equally. Of course, the same thing holds true for other members of the family, as you rarely hear grandparents, aunts, uncles say they care more about one kid than the others. All of that said, anyone who has been around children regularly will know that sometimes adults develop a bond with certain kids that is special for whatever reason. When it comes to OutDaughtered's Uncle Dale Mills, it is clear that he cares deeply about all of his nieces. After all, bringing up 5 toddlers would be a huge headache, and Uncle Dale is regularly there for the Busbys when he could easily avoid some stress by showing up a little bit less. Thankfully for fans of OutDaughtered, Uncle Dale does show, because if he didn't, a lot of their favorite moments would be missing, as the bond he has with Hazel truly is special. Almost always adorable together, there were times when Hazel was a toddler that she would cry when Dale would put her down, including when the whole family went to Hawaii. For most kids, that is the kind of thing they only do when their parents put them down. For further evidence of Uncle Dale and Hazel's relationship, all you have to do is tune into an episode of OutDaughtered to see how much fun the two of them have together. Over the years, Uncle Dale Mills and Hazel Grace Busby have become such an undeniably fun part of OutDaughtered that they are now jointly referred to as Dazel. Of course, television can be extremely misleading, so it makes sense that a small group of viewers may have found themselves wondering if their bond is as it seems. If everyone involved with OutDaughtered wanted to put in tons of work to make it seem like Dazel is a special duo, they could spend hours coaching Hazel to act like she adores Dale. Of course, it seems like that would be nearly impossible to pull off, as kids express their emotions freely, but technically speaking, the show could be intricately edited to give a misleading impression. That said, Dazel fans can rest easy, as from all indications, Hazel and Dale's bond is very real. While some fans have come to believe that Dale and Hazel bonded because she was the first of the Quints that he held in the NICU, there is no way to know if that is the case. What has seemed clear is that practically from birth, Dale and Hazel have adored each other, and that doesn't seem likely to change anytime soon. In fact, Dale has even called Hazel his unofficial favorite, knowing full well that he was on camera at the time.